Okay? Yeah. All right. Welcome to this quickie about Forge 2. I don't have a lot of time. I have a lot to say. So my name is Koen Aers. I work for JBoss, for the JBoss division at Red Hat. And I'm involved in the Forge and the JBoss tools, JBDS projects. And one of my roles now is to make sure that the integration of the Forge project is done properly in JBoss Developer Studio. So just a quick show of hands. Who among you has already heard about Forge or has attended one of the sessions the previous years? Quite a few. Okay. So for the ones that were not here yet, Forge is a project that came into existence as a rapid application development tool to get you started quickly with all kinds of frameworks that are built on top of the Java virtual machine or the Java platform. So what you see here, some of you might have seen the slide before. I'm reusing it because of the complexity. So there is a lot of boxes there, which are all frameworks that are part of the Java E-spec. So Forge is not limited to the Java E-spec, but basically you can enable all these technologies using Forge. And the idea is that when it's difficult to begin, there's actually a saying, apparently a Bulgarian saying. I'm not Bulgarian, I'm Belgian, but one of our contributors, he's sitting in the front here, he's Bulgarian, and he used the saying last year, when the beginning is difficult, so when it's difficult to start with all these technologies, then you should start in the middle, and that's exactly what Forge is all about. It will try to help you with setting up projects or gradually adding technologies to projects and get you started easily and helping you with all the details. I'm going to try during this quickie, to depict you the evolution for where we came from with Forge 1 and where we're heading with Forge 2 and what the current status is. So what you're seeing here is JBoss tools, and in this JBoss tools, we'll have to make this a little bit bigger. There is a Forge 1 running integrated in JBoss tools. And for those of you that were here last year, I showed how to create new projects. So just by typing there and doing code tab completions, so you can create new projects, set up persistence with, for instance, Hibernate and Wildfly, and when that is done, so if you remember the boxes in these screens, all these technologies, they are enabled by plugins that contribute commands to this command line. So one of the plugins that we are going to use now is a Hibernate Tools plugin to reverse engineer entities that are in a database, an existing database. And for that, so this Hibernate Tools plugin has a number of commands that are contributed. One of them is the connection profiles list command. And you can see that I have created a connection profile already. So I can just use that to generate entities with the connection profile here. And then if I go and look here in my project, you can see that all these things have been created. Now, one of the problems that our users and our customers had with this approach is that even while it's nicely integrated with Eclipse, they say, hey, I don't want to type all that stuff, even though there is tab command. No, I really want to use my IDE. I want wizards, right? So what we did is we developed front-end wizards that allowed us to do the same thing and that are basically backed by Forge 1 commands. So I could just create a new project, for instance. Yeah, let's say a war project, and I'm going to use Wildfly again. Oh, sorry. And behind the cover, under the covers, there are commands that are executed by the Forge 1 runtime that is running there. And I could do just the same thing, use this connection profile and generate all the entities, this time in the bar project that was created here. And I could even do more. I could launch the other wizard that is there to scaffold a complete UI, right? So I could do faces or AngularJS and then select all the entities. And then under the covers, there is Forge commands that are being launched and that are creating that are scaffolding the whole faces interface, user interface. So when that is done, I could just take the application, deploy it on Wildfly, and test it. Right. So I've still 9 minutes. Until now, I've only talked about Forge 1. This is Forge 1. Now, because of this pattern, we thought that we could do more with Forge 2, excuse me. We could actually try to make sure that when somebody develops an add-on, as it will be called or as it is called in Forge 2, that all these commands are not only enabled on a command line, but that there is also a wizard or something visible in an IDE that is created by default. And the goal is to support all the IDEs. So you create an add-on with particular commands. It would run in the command line runtime, but also in Eclipse, in IntelliJ, and in NetBeans. And at this point, we have this support for the command line and for Eclipse, because those are our main target platforms. There is something done for IntelliJ, but not a lot. And NetBeans is barren land. So if you feel, if you have if you feel like contributing something, then that's usually where you could help us. Anyway, let's show Forge 2, because as you can see, Forge 1 was running here. By the way, Forge 1 is running in a separate JVM. Yeah? Forge 2 is running as well, but in the same VM as the one that Eclipse is running in. So if I hit command 5, the key combination command 5, then I get a pop-up list with all possible commands that I can use that are Forge 2 commands. And one of these commands is a new project. So let's just try that. Let's have the foobar project. And again, let's create a web application. Finish. And you can see that now, there is a little notification that pops up that says, okay, this project has been created. It's here. And now that the project is created, I can set up JPA, just like I was doing earlier with Forge 1. So I can use Wildfly here and hibernate, or leave the defaults. It installs this JPA facet, and then I could generate my entities from the table. Use the connection profile Sakila, click next. Yeah, there is something here that needs to be fixed. I need to specify the Hibernate dialect. And then clicking next gives me the tables that are in the database. And when I finish, it will basically generate all the entities that we had before, right? So this is Forge 2. Now, I told you that this is also supported on the command line. And here I have a Forge 2 running. As you can see, it's a snapshot. It's based on the current Alpha 14 release. And if I do tab completion, I have all the commands that are available. So I could just do, again, new project here, do tab completion. I have all the options that are possible. So I can give it the name, blah. We'll create a new project, or I can do JPA setup, specify a provider, Hibernate, and a container, Wildfly, right, is installed, and so on, right? Now, Before I go back to my other, to my Eclipse, because what I want to do now is I want to develop, to give you a short demo of a little Hello World type of add-on for Forge 2 and show you how easy it is to create this and to prove that it's running in both command line and Eclipse. I will show you that there is no possible command that is called, for instance, say hello. Yeah, this is basically a command that I want to run, right? I want to run this command and say hello to you guys, right? Classical hello world demo. Now it doesn't exist, right? So let's go out here and go back to Eclipse. Now creating a Forge 2 add-on, you would start just by using Forge 2, creating a new project. We call it hello. We choose Forge add-on. If I click next, I get a choice of all the add-ons that my add-on will depend on. Now, for now, we will only use the UI add-on. Yeah, all the rest we will not use it. I click Finish. Creates the project hello. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Here I would create a new class. New class. Say hello command, which inherits from abstract UI command. Okay, the class is created. I will have to inject a UI input element that contains a string. I'll call it name. In the initialization of the UI, I will call the builder and make it add my name component. And as a result, I will do results success. Hello plus name get value plus, right. And then there's one more thing that I need to do. Oh, I forgot a semicolon here. I want to give it a proper name. Public metadata. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, no, it is the correct one. Get metadata. Return metadata for commands get class name. Say hello. Category. Categories. Create Devox demo. Okay. So when this is done, position myself there, bring up the pop-ups of Forge 2 again, build and install the add-on. We'll launch the builder and install the add-on if everything goes right. Okay, it's installed. Bring up the pop-up again, and I have Devox demo, which is added there. I can select it, enter Devox, and it says hello Devox, right? Now, if I go here and I relaunch my Forge 2, then I can do S tab, say hello, tab, name, Devox. Hello Devox, right? So it works in both environments out of the box. Of course, there is way more interesting stuff that you can do, but I didn't have the time. That's something which you will have to come back for, or you will have to meet me this afternoon at the booth. I'll be at the booth for the entire afternoon, and we can talk about it. But for now, I just want to finish, say thank you for coming, and show you where you can get more information or possibly contribute to this project. Thanks a lot.